Hi, I'm Haley Gray, and my lesson is for second grade, and it is on asking and answering questions such as who, what, where, when, why, and how in order to demonstrate the understanding of key details in a text. I would have started off the year by watching the movie The Wizard of Oz because I would introduce this chart. It is the Follow the Yellow Brick Road story retelling chart, and we would use this chart in order to retell all of our stories, and we would do this each time we had a story. So I would let them watch the movie in order to really understand what the chart is about, what the pictures are, and then how we would go about it. So it would be a fun way to show how to retell a story. We would fill out this chart each time we read a book. The setting, characters, problem, in the beginning, next, then, finally, and the solution. And then we would follow the yellow brick road in order to retell the story. So I think that was the cutest thing I've seen, and I thought it was a really fun and easy way to teach how to retell a story. So the day before, we would have read the book Bears Loose, and then we would have filled in this chart and followed the yellow brick road to retell the story and maybe answered a few questions on it. And anyway, so for today's lesson, I would start off by saying, can anyone tell me what the setting of a story is? And hopefully they'll tell me what the setting of a story is, and I'll say, does anyone remember what the setting of the story was yesterday? And hopefully someone will say in the forest, and we'll just go through each one and kind of retell the story as a quick review before we get started. So today we are going to be learning about answering questions such as who, what, where, when, why, and how in the story. So we're going to read the story. Our story today is Hurry Santa. When we are done reading the story, I have questions on the sheet. We're going to go over who, what, where, when, why, and how. We're going to answer the questions about the story. So, the title of the story is Hurry Santa. The author's name is Julie Sykes, and the illustrator is Tim Warnes. It's Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve and Santa's busiest time of year. He snored from under his quilt. "Wake up!" squeaked Santa's little mouse, tugging at his beard. "Hurry, Santa! You shouldn't be late tonight." "Ouch!" cried Santa, sitting up and rubbing his chin. "Goodness, is that the time? My alarm clock didn't go off, and I've overslept." Santa leapt out of bed and began to pull on his clothes. He was in such a hurry that he put both feet down one pants leg and fell flat on his face. "Hurry, Santa," meowed his cat. "You shouldn't be late tonight." "No, I shouldn't," agreed Santa, struggling up. "I shouldn't be late delivering the presents." When he was dressed, Santa hurried outside to his sleigh. He picked up the harness and tried to put it on the reindeer, but the reindeer weren't there. "Oh no!" cried Santa. "Where have they gone?" "The reindeer are loose in the woods. You'd better hurry and catch them before they wander away," called the fox. "Hurry, Santa! You shouldn't be late tonight." "No, I shouldn't," agreed Santa, running toward the trees. Deep in the woods, the reindeer were having a snowball fight. "Ah!" cried Santa loudly as a snowball hit him in the face. "Hurry, Santa!" hooted the owl. You don't have time to play in the snow. You shouldn't be late tonight." "I wasn't playing," said Santa indignantly. "Come on, you silly reindeer, we've got work to do." At last, Santa was ready to leave. With a crack of his whip and jingle of bells, he steered the sleigh toward the moon. "Go, reindeer, go!" he shouted. "We can't be late tonight." Around the world they flew, delivering presents to every child. "Down again!" called Santa, turning the sleigh toward a farm. "Hurry, Santa!" answered the reindeer. "We're miles from anywhere and the night's nearly over." "I'm doing my best," said Santa, flickering the reins. Before Santa could stop them, the reindeer went faster. "Whoa!" cried Santa, but it was too late. Landing with a bump, the sleigh skidded crazily across the snow. "Oh, dear!" cried Santa in alarm. Crash! The sleigh stopped in a ditch. Santa scrambled to his feet and rubbed his bruised bottom. "Nothing broken," he boomed, "but we must hurry." When the reindeer had untangled themselves, everyone tried to dig out the sleigh. They tugged and they pulled and they pushed as hard as they could, but the sleigh was completely stuck. "It's no good," wailed the reindeer. "We can't move the sleigh on our own." "We must keep trying," said Santa. "The sky is getting lighter and we're running out of time." Just then a loud neigh made Santa jump in surprise. Trotting toward him was a very large horse. "Hurry, Santa!" she neighed. "You still have presents to deliver. I'll help you move your sleigh." Everyone pulled together, even Santa's littlest mouse, but it was no good. The sleigh was still stuck. "Hurry, Santa!" called the rooster from the gate. "You must be quick. It's nearly morning." "I'm trying to hurry," puffed Santa. "I have to deliver the last of the presents on time." Then suddenly the sleigh began to move. And Santa shot backward, cheering loudly. "Hurry, Santa!" called all the animals. "The sun's rising. You have to be on your way before the children wake up." "Yes," agreed Santa. "It's nearly Christmas Day." It was a close call, but by dawn Santa had managed to deliver every present. "We did it," yawned Santa. "I wasn't." Santa stopped talking and stared at his sack in dismay. At the very bottom there was still one present left. "Oh no, how awful!" he cried. "I've forgotten someone." Then Santa noticed that the animals were laughing. "That present is for you. It's from all of us," said the reindeer. "Hurry, Santa," added the little mouse. "Open your present. It's Christmas Day." "Yes, I will," chuckled Santa. "Now I wonder what it is." What was that? What did Santa get from all the animals? An alarm clock. Okay, now we are going to get out our papers and we're going to answer these questions. Okay, start off with who woke Santa when he had overslept? Does anyone know who woke up Santa when he overslept? Let's look in our book and make sure we get this right. So, I would put the book on the smartboard and I would just we would go over these together. I would have the answers to where, or the paper to where they can see what we're doing. And then after I've read the question, then we would go back through the book and I would be doing this on the board so everyone can see the text as I'm doing this and go over it, and I want them to see in text the answer to the question because all the answers are in the book, so we're going to practice doing this. So, who woke up Santa? And hopefully someone would say the mouse. And then we would find in the book to where it said, "Wake up," squeaked Santa's little mouse. So the mouse, good job. So we would all write the mouse on answer on the who question. and we would move on to what. What were the reindeer doing when Santa showed up? So we would find in our book the page where the reindeer were having a snowball fight, and I would reread the part, and then we would answer that on our paper. And so we would do that with each question, each of these questions. And on the how question, I said, how did Santa deliver all of those presents in just one night? And this would be kind of just a fun question, and I would let them shout out their theories on how they think Santa did it, and whoever's really catches my attention, we would all write that one. And then we would move on. I would say when we get done later, everyone can color the picture on the page, and we would move on to this question. I would say, okay, for this one, for these two papers, we are going to answer them on our own, and then we'll go over it later. So I would pass out these papers. This one is Santa, and it says, who helped Santa? And they could say the animals, or they could say which animals. They could name them if they wanted to. And this one says, what? What did the animals get Santa for Christmas? And hopefully they'll say an alarm clock. But I would give them time to read it and give them time to think about it. And, just think about the questions was, answer it. And after a little bit, then we would go over it. And when we went over it, then I would find the answer in the text or in the book and show them, Okay. So then I would let them color their pictures, color the candy cane and Santa and the Christmas tree. And then we would go over what we were going to do for homework. For homework, I'm going to send home a copy of How the Grinch Stole Christmas with everyone. And you are going to read the story by yourself, or your parents can help you. And then you're going to answer the questions on the Grinch. Who is the main character? What is making the Grinch angry? Where is all the noise coming from? When is Christmas in the story? And I made it, in parentheses in the story, and I'm going to really, explain to them on that question. I'm not asking what date is Christmas. I'm asking in the story, when did they say Christmas was? So look out for that. Why is the Grinch stealing all of their presents? And how did the Who's react to the Grinch stealing Christmas? And then I want everyone to color this because we are going to pin them on the walls. So I want the Grinch to look very pretty. So that is for homework. And we really don't have any early finishers because we're mainly doing everything together as a class. The early finishers, I guess, would be when we're answering these sheets. If they finish early, they could kind of color Santa or color the Christmas tree while they're waiting for us to go over the questions together as a class. And then for special needs, I would really just, when we're going over these sheets, doing them on our own, I would read them to them. I would say, who helped Santa? And I would say, remember, and I would kind of talk to them about it, or the paraprofessional would do the same. I would send a copy of the book, or I would send the book with them to the paraprofessional, and they would do the same thing we're doing. And then when we're done with that, we would retell the story. We would do our chart. I would say, what's the setting of the story? Characters, and we would go through that, and then we would follow the Yellow Brick Road and retell our story. But that wasn't really the focus on this lesson, but we would do that at the very end. Our focus would be on answering the questions. So that's it.